In 2012, Laphroaig introduced a variant to their then popular triple wood offering, though this one's third maturation was instead finished in an ex-Pedro Ximénez cask. Having now tried the ex-Oloroso Sherry Oak offering, and knowing I have a bit of a soft spot for PX finishes, I'm very, very curious to try this one. So let's review the Laphroaig PX Cask Single Malt Scotch Whisky. This is Whisky. I'm John Chidgey. Please remember to drink responsibly, only ever in moderation, and where and when it is appropriate to do so. If you're watching this on YouTube and you haven't already, please just take a moment now to like and subscribe, and visit engineer.network/whisky without the E to learn how you can support the show, if you want to. Be appreciated. Thank you. As I mentioned, this particular offering is triple matured. Its first stint is spent in an ex-bourbon barrel, followed by time in the same kind of barrel, except it being a full-size cask. It's a cut-down quarter cask instead, and that's for about 7 to 12 months, and then it's finally transferred to an ex-Pedro Ximénez sherry butt cask for final finishing. It's only ever been available via global travel retail, or GTR, or just travel retail, though, unfortunately, so it's not easy to get if you're not traveling overseas through a duty-free store that stocks it. Now, for the record, I considered strongly grabbing one of these when I was coming back from New Zealand a few months ago, but let's be honest, I'd stocked up on New Zealand whiskey and I had no Duty Free Allowance left. Oh well. That plus I hadn't tried it before, and I still haven't. And I'm about to rectify that. I know it's travel retail, but somehow some places still stock it that aren't technically duty free, so a full-size bottle of this stuff will cost you $179.99 Australian. And because it's global travel retail, that's for a 1 litre sized bottle. So we have to down correct its price. For a 700ml equivalent, that's $125.99 Australian, plus postage, and that's from Kent Street Cellars. It has no age statement, it has a 48% ABV, and it's not chill filtered, but it is coloured. It's considered to be part of their travel exclusive range of whiskies. The tasting notes on the Laphroaig website are as follows. Colour, antique gold, drawing character from triple maturation. Okay, but it's coloured, so okay. On the nose, sweet and smoky with aromas of sultanas, raisins, and licorice. Sounds all right. On the palate, peat smoke with layers of oak and a sweet, heavy sherry flavour. And on the finish, long, dry finish with strong peat smoke and thick sherried oak. All right then. Let's see how we go, shall we? Also, by the way, I got this particular sample and a whole bunch of these from Horny Pony. Again, based in Australia, great place to get a whole bunch of samples. They have a whole bunch of stuff that's also quite rare and difficult to find if you're into that. I would say that is definitely a deep copper colour, for sure. Having said that, it is coloured, so whatever. Now, the legs on this are really struggling to take off. So it's very thick and quite oily, and around the backside there are a couple have taken away, but they're super slow running, which is okay with me. Let's see what we got on the nose. Can't wait for all cars to be electric, I swear to God. That is not as peaty as a lot of their other ones, that's for sure. But it is, and I think it's more the fact that the PX influence is quite strong, and so it's balancing out the strength of that Laphroaig iodine peatiness, the medicinal peatiness. I'm definitely getting some slight seaweed notes on it, super slight, and of course the Pedro Ximénez you would expect. I mean, I'm getting definitely smelling a bit of sultanas. I'm searching for licorice, but I'm not finding it. That's all right. We'll have another go on the second nosing. Let's see what we get. Oh, that's yummy. Oh boy. Oh, you can chew on that. It's got a nice buttery mouthfeel. It's not really that, I wouldn't describe this as watery or thin at this point. It's just on that line of a little bit thinnish, but I wouldn't call it that. It's just right. Honestly, that's really, really bloody good. And that sweetness really does counteract, and well, not counteract, it balances out a lot of that savoriness you get from the strong peatiness. that you get in a Laphroaig. Honestly, this is really bloody nice. I mean, seriously. I'm smelling some bacon on that, honestly. I smell it. Wow. Damn. That smells really delightful. And the thing that amazes me is that the peat on it is not as punch you in the face, which is okay. I mean, sometimes you do want that, I guess, but, you know, honestly, I'm okay with it. There's almost a bit of a bitter, like a walnut sort of a bitterness to it. It's kind of nice on the palate, laid in the palate. In terms of the finish, I'd say it's definitely a moderate length finish. Like most of the Laphroaigs, it tends to stick around as I imagine it's the peat and the oiliness. But either way you slice, it's got a respectable enough finish. And it's got a nicer sweet angle, if you like, to the finish as well. Also slightly salty. Again, no problem with that. It's not too bad. Damn, I reckon... Alright, let's rate this puppy. See where we go. So for cost, it is affordable for good whiskey. Again, assuming you can pick it up through travel retail or you find a shop that actually sells it, you know, even though it's not technically travel retail, but, you know, sometimes someone bought it on sells it, like whatever they do. Not questioning. But what about quality, though? To me, this is an easy 3. In fact, this is an easy high 3. I think I like this better than the Oloroso Sherry finish, the one I just previously reviewed. But is it enough to make it to a 4? I was kind of giggling a little bit. It made me giggle a little bit. It did, but maybe not enough. Okay, I'm going to give this a high 3. It's a very high 3. It's just not quite a 4. And therefore for a cost of 2 and a quality of 3, that makes it a green. You know, generally keep some of these on hand if you can. And I tell you what, I mean, I couldn't have got it. I didn't have Duty Free Allowance, come on. I mean, I knew that. It's just, geez. I tell you what though, next time I'm out and about and I'm going through a Duty Free store, if I see a bottle of this stuff and I have allowance, I think it's an insta-buy, honestly. And with that, let's leave it there. Cheers. See you next time. Oh God, I like that. That is very, very good.